This is the MG42, but what if this weapon didn't appear in 1942, but back in 1914? Chapter 1: The Problem. The MG42 was developed much later than the MG08 and benefit from advice in technology and manufacturing. During World War One, Germany primarily used the MG08, a heavy water-cooled machine gun designed for static trench defense. In contrast, the MG42 introduced during World War II was light air-cooled, easier to produce, and far more mobile, making it better suited for modern, fast-moving warfare. Chapter 2: What if it was possible? Imagine that Germany suddenly produced an MG42 with sufficient amount and spare parts. Consequences: much stronger trench defense. Allied attacks become even bloodier. Shock troopers, stormtroopers become more dangerous. Smaller infantry units gain more firepower. Chapter 3: Would Germany win the war? Probably not automatically. Mention as factors such as British naval blockade. Also, Germany was dying inside because of the naval blockade of Britannia. Strong of raw materials. US enters the war. Artillery remains the biggest killer of World War One. And maybe the Allies capture some MG42s and reproduce them to make another machine gun. Conclusion: the MG42 would massively increase the casualties count and alternated the course of the central battles, but it is not certain that Germany would have won the war. But what could happen for next? For example, would the war have lasted shorter or longer? Perhaps the Allied attacks would have become so costly and that both sides remain bogged down in the trenches for even longer. How would the Allies have reacted? They likely would have turned more quickly to artillery, tanks, and inflation tactics to counter that extra firepower. Would the MG42 really have been that effective in World War One? Its high rate of fire, around 1,500 rounds per minute, is impressive, but it is also requires massive amounts of ammunition. Which battle should have changed the most? Constant engagement like the Battle of the Somme or Verdun, where infantry attacks and massive in those sections a mobile machine gun could have had a far greater impact than in the most static sector. The MG42 will have been the best machine gun of World War II. But even if Germany had possessed it as early as 1914, a single superweapon like that couldn't have completely altered the economic logic and politician realities of the First World War. So could have Germany win the First World War? Short answer, no.